So you can imagine if you had something that's really curved, what you're doing by putting traction on it, you're straightening it out. You're kind of unwinding the deformity. And then gravity is all in all of us all the time, and it ends up shortening us and it spins the scoliosis up. By stretching it, you really can take advantage of the spine's elasticity essentially in young kids. So we end up having these kids in traction somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks. Our research here has shown us that that's about as much as we have to do typically to maximally correct the spine in traction. And that gets us to a point where we can actually get them to the operating room after they've got all their other, as I mentioned before, respiratory therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, getting them really kind of physically fit, ready to go to the operating room. What we do in surgery is we go down to the spine itself here, and we expose, and we only see out to about the tips of this bone on each side here. And these are screws that go in from the back and they goes into the front of the spine up in here. This gives us a grip on the spine, and then these little caps here can be removed, and we can then slide the rod in. And the rod is actually the workhorse. The screws give us grip on the vertebra, but the rods actually move the screws in space. That way we can put the spine in space, we can attain a new position, and then these implants will help us maintain a new spine position. And then what happens is biologically, when we put bone graft down in here, that this will be a solid connection of bone from the bottom all the way to the top of the surgical site. That way we get a solid biologic, very strong bony connection of the area that we operate in. I expect long term, once she recovers from this, she'll be able to have a very functional and painless spine at that point.